Hello everyone, you are on the Top 10 channel. Do you like to make jokes? The people from our top do it the best in the world. Today you will learn about the top 10 best stand-up comics of all time according to RollingStone.com. 10. Mort Sahl. When Mort Sahl was playing the Hungry Eye in San Francisco during the 1960s, he brought a new informality to weighty issues. Casually clad in red cardigan and button-down shirt, a newspaper folded under his arm, he riffed on politics in a way no one had before. 9. Dave Chappelle. Glancing at his career before and after the groundbreaking Chappelle show makes one thing clear: stand-up is his first, and perhaps only, love. After a pair of stunningly good early specials, his beloved Comedy Central show and a much ballyhooed visit to Africa, Dave Chappelle has not only reasserted himself in the game but put himself right back on top. 8. Bill Cosby. No, Bill Cosby is not likely to perform again. Listening to his records will never have that gentle, sweet sense of nostalgia for anyone, and while it is impossible to disconnect the performer from the man, scrubbing his name from the annals of stand-up would be impossible. 7. Jerry Seinfeld. Whether he's pondering the miracle of Pop-Tarts, how long one can look at cleavage, or the fallacy of family fun, Jerry Seinfeld is a man trying to crack the code. Taking cues from observational comedy pioneers like Robert Klein and David Brenner, he carefully dissects the minutiae of Western life in an offhand way that seems almost thoughtless. Clean and incredibly precise in his language. 6. Joan Rivers. There wasn't exactly an excess of women around when Joan Rivers was coming up in West Village joints. Yet the bold, brash and canny comedian did more than just stake her claim to a spot in the boys' club. She built her own edition. Her dishy invocation, "Can we talk?" was a call into Rivers' special little gossip circle. If her naughty digs and blue talk ever became too much for her audience, she'd admonish them, "Oh, grow up," and she meant it. 5. Chris Rock. On stage, Chris Rock comes across like a boxer, a preacher, and a poet all in one. When he paces the stage, whipping the mic cable and grinning maniacally, audiences now know what's coming. This is a comic who knows how to punch premises for rhythm as much as substance, and drop punchlines that provoke unconventional thinking. 4. Louis C.K. The tall redhead had been working comedy clubs across the country for decades, making his bones along with countless other stand-ups. But somewhere around the time he called his 4-year-old an asshole and imagined his wife giving him the saddest handjob in America, the next-level artist we now know as Louis C.K. was reborn with a vengeance. 3. Lenny Bruce. 50 years after his death, it's difficult to separate Lenny Bruce the comedian from Lenny Bruce the icon. During his short career, the fast-talking hepcat constantly broke obscenity rules, fought the police and battled for his right to speak profane truth to power in the courts. 2. George Carlin. The hippie sage, the MIT-level linguist, the First Amendment activist, the undisputed champion gadfly of stand-up, George Carlin was all this and much more. 1. Richard Pryor. As is the case with all great artists, Richard Pryor went through an evolution in his life and work. He survived a disturbing childhood whose scary and colorful personalities shaped the basis of his early act, worked through a clean-cut Cosby phase, found cocaine and eventually burst out of a staid Vegas lounge act, fleeing to San Francisco and becoming the outspoken, unfettered spirit that turned stand-up on its ear. At his acme, which was caught on tape in specials including Live in Concert and Live on the Sunset Strip, Pryor was untouchable. Slipping effortlessly from puerile to provocative, the comic might confess to shooting the tires on his car as an act of spousal revenge.